I mean, what do we want to talk about? I mean, do we really want to talk about politics? Ugh, I'm so
Not
tired of
really.
that.
That's boring.
I like economics. I like talking about technology. I should hit Jeremy up and see if he'll want to do a video. Um,
I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. That's what makes it so fun.
Jeremy Keeler in Corpus Christi. Probably not going to watch this. He doesn't have time. He's self-employed.
What is
He has
self-employed?
a window washing business.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. He was an anti-Trumper, probably still is. Didn't vote for Trump, and he's still waiting for him to crash and burn. Last time he called me was actually there when I was in Michigan, and
So
I
what
don't even know what
for
it
that
was about.
one thing that's gonna negate all the things that have happened so far? So like, see, none of that counted because such and so forth.
Yeah, like I don't even know what
I was
what it
kind of
was
waiting for
about.
that. I have to be honest. When like he first popped up on the scene, I was like, okay, something's gonna happen, and there's gonna be like the most colossal drop in failure in public life ever.
No, yeah, like that's what I said on Facebook. I said this is going to be over in a week. This guy has no idea what he's getting into, and I was wrong.
Like
And I
100.
after a week, I'm like,
I think that was the. I think the thing that might have played in his favor that people didn't think he knew what he was doing because they just like he was all over the news, like this entertainment, this curiosity. Donald Trump is at it again today. Let's run his campaign live. He got so
yeah,
much free press just because.
I know it's great.
It's going to be interesting to see how they play it this election because I bet they try, but they can't help themselves. They just they
They,
run him live on CNN. Like
well, once he tied Bush, then I was like, okay, this is serious, and I'm going to do my research. And I did. I researched. I went through all the questions. All
see,
right,
but you and I have
why?
been reading books by him a long time ago. That's the interesting thing. Like all the people that I follow all end up together.
Yeah,
Like
huh,
down to Trump meeting or what's his name, Scott Adams being in the Oval Office getting his picture taken. Like that, it all fits. Like all these people that I read independently, David Rubin and who are the other ones? Sam Harris and what's the latest one? Peterson, Jordan Peterson. We're just
yeah.
anybody watches this video that has any. We probably just offended like a whole slew of people,
Why?
because all those
Jordan
people are
Peterson.
controversial in their own right,
Huh. Um. Yeah.
and
What?
also
So I did.
influential, which is kind of how that goes.
Yeah.
Controversial and influential.
How did you like Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Rules for
I
Life?
enjoyed it. I want to read
Something.
it again, but slower. I think I want to read it in print this time. I listened to it, but I think I want to sit there with the book and like write on it, really absorb it.
Okay.
Like I want
Yeah.
to do that with every book, and there's certain books, and some books I'll listen to more than once as a means, but this one is like so valuable that I just want to sit there and absorb it. It would probably take me a
Okay.
couple months to do, with
Yeah.
other books going in the background, of course.
Yeah. Can't wait till Scott Adams' new book comes out. What is it, later this year or something?
I don't know, yeah, and I don't remember. So I'm waiting for him to have some sort of like. You'll notice when he's going to tell you the name of the book because he'll start saying some phrase over and over and over.
Yeah, Shake the Box.
Yeah,
I thought that was it. No?
it may be.
He mentioned that one time. I watch him every single day. That's like, yeah, that's the only thing I do
It
basically.
did, and I introduced you to him, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, you were like, landslide on election night. I'm like, what? Where is this coming from? It's not over yet, but and that's when I like after the election I started listening. You're like, you really need to start listening to Scott. You really would like this guy, and I'm like, I don't even have Periscope, so I use
So
Periscope, and
yeah,
now
and he has the same name as you, and I never think about that. Just so you know, like it never crosses my mind, and so that's got to be kind of a thing for you, like weird.
no, not at all. It's like not at all. I mean the name being similar, Scott Adams. When I say Scott Adams, the word Scott doesn't even register with me. Other than I there's an association there loosely. I don't. but
That's how I
it's
feel. He's just a whole different person.
yeah. So
Well, that's neat.
Scott Nutter's more important to me.
Well, of course.
Yeah, but yeah, he's got good ideas and stuff. His persuasion perspective, that's pretty important. That's a really good filter, and it answers a lot of questions. It's a very valuable filter to put on the world, on your understanding. So I'm transitioning. I'm gonna not focus on reading actual books, but I'm gonna go to Blinkist, and they boil the books down to 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and that way I can. I mean, because you don't really need the whole book necessarily. I mean, 8 hours, 12 hours, you're not gonna remember all that. Just boil it down to 15 minutes and listen to that several times.
I enjoy the journey though, the process.
It depends on the book. Win Bigly, you can't really boil that down to 15 minutes. That's not going to work.
And being a public
Uh,
speaker, like hearing those phrases and those stories and those stats and all that, that is very beneficial.
yeah, that does help. But like 12 principles of life, you just read off the 12. There it is, with a couple of examples.
No, no.
But that's probably what they'll do with the 15-minute thing. I don't
Well,
know.
yes,
Spend
but
a
some of the phrases wouldn't even make sense unless you had them explained to you.
Yeah. So, well,
Oh,
what
is
else?
she almost done or what?
I think she's going to be done at 9,
Really?
my time.
Oh, I was just
Yeah.
45 minutes. Holy cow.
Yeah, but we don't have to do it the whole time. I can do stuff. I mean, I'm just burning time.
Well,
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of being out of stuff to talk about. What is even happening in the world? I don't even want to talk about some of the stuff
yeah, I have
happening
like
in the world.
zero interest in the whole Kavanaugh thing at this point.
Yeah,
I feel like
I
I've
just
seen this episode before, like maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15, 20, not 5. Possibly all of those. And it's like I
yeah,
predict this stuff like with relative accuracy. And now that
yeah,
I mean, if it works, God forbid any man ever gets nominated for anything
right.
anywhere.
That,
Because if the other side knows all you have to do is say this, then wow, nothing's going to work ever.
I mean, really, we got to reach down into his teenage years. I mean, the guy's 55. Really? You got nothing but when he was 18 and 17.
I don't know.
That's it. I mean,
Apparently, not only is the FBI potentially corrupt in some upper echelons, but also incompetent at finding little things like that about people. And I'm saying that in jest because obviously both of those aren't fully true.
right. It was okay that he was a judge. It was okay that he was
Yeah,
a federal
like they
judge.
really suck at investigating things. Okay, well, probably not.
But
Probably not.
now that he's going on the Supreme Court, pop, 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 everybody's popping up out of nowhere. He touched me.
Show me
Give
on
me a
the
break.
cell where you lied. The mouth.
Yeah, yeah. uh,
Wow,
I
that
mean, look.
is. We should probably
And
throw
did
this
you see
on
what
the
they
internet.
did with?
That is priceless, though. I'm just gonna let you know right now.
Did you see what they did to Ted Cruz? They harassed
Yeah,
him in a
yeah.
restaurant.
Well, party of hate hashtag. It's a thing. We're all about
Like
inclusion and knowing what you believe in and everything, unless it doesn't.
survivors deserve to be heard or whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, like I don't know, but none of us know what happened, so
Literally, none of us can know what happened.
it's not
Not
possible.
possible.
So does like the last 35 years matter as to what his record is? I mean, you're going to go to something spurious from when he was 17
Oh, not only did
and
you see
18?
that video of the former Vice President Joe Biden from
No.
like the late '80s, early '90s, where he said the FBI doesn't come to any conclusions; it just investigates. He was yelling and screaming. He was very rude to um,
Oh
one
wow.
of the former justices on the Supreme Court when they were being nominated.
Oh wow. Huh. Well, it's a crazy world. They've got a lot to lose. The Democrats have if they if the Republicans get this, majority, like an actual majority in the Senate,
Yeah.
If they get 60 votes, oh man, Democrats are
Well,
over
they'll
for
have
a
no
long time.
excuse at that point, I think.
Right. Well, is it possible for them to get 60 votes? I don't know, but
No.
if you can get
Listen, I'm just
58,
going to tell you right now, my gut tells me that they don't gain any seats. Not the Republicans, Democrats. I don't think they're going to gain any power at all, and
no,
might lose some too.
no, but I mean the Republicans. Is it possible? I don't like this idea that they're going to sweep the House. I mean, did they look at the electoral map? Like all of it's red, so that's basically what we're talking about here, right?
Well, midterms are different, and well, you know what they're doing right now is they're trying to get young people to vote, and they're registering them to vote, and I think they're actually kind of making an error because a lot of young people actually do like Trump. So
Oh
all
yeah,
social media like Instagram, my Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all of them are asking me and a lot of people younger than me to go register to vote. And the thing is like it's a very weak attempt. I mean, it's so weak because they're also at the same time like running these stories about, if marijuana matters to you, you should vote and stuff like this. And the thing is, like, marijuana is not even on the ballot, and if it is, it's not on a political thing. So it has nothing to do with anything at all.